Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. Oh yeah. Oh, if I could keep this Saturday for what? 5, 6 more days? If I could just hold on to it a little bit longer. But you know, it's the fastest day of the week, isn't it? It's Saturday, August 2016. It's time again for another Pocket Dump Deconstruction. As you guys know, we're putting this up later because I finally crawled off the couch. Woke up from my double naps. It's 20 to 8 p.m. on the U.S. East Coast. This will go up after we record this 20 minutes later. What you see right there, well, that's what I'm putting into my pockets as I run out for dinner. That's right, that's my pocket. That's going to be in my pocket. It'll be a full pocket and a classy pocket for this Saturday as well. That's the pocket dump. I threw all the things on the table, and then I took a picture, posted it on Instagram. It's on Instagram right now, at Keith Kevin Ken. Yeah, that's the Instagram address, at Keith Kevin Ken, just like this YouTube channel. Go over, take a look at this photo, join the feed. I post at least four or five photos a day at Keith Kevin Ken on Instagram. A lot of knife people on Instagram. You should be a part of it anyway. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm excited about this carry, actually. Today's Saturday. I decided to go ahead, carry the Apple Watch. I'm going to be eating dinner and then bar hopping a little bit and talking with friends out on the patio. So want to be connected with the Instagram. As people take a look at my Instagram, I can check it out. Oh, man. Saturday, especially when, man, I had a rough work week. Really rough. I'll tell you. I don't know why. Not one of those devastating ones, but just nothing seemed to work out well. So when you have that kind of work week, when you get on a Saturday, you need a special cigar to sit and contemplate and pull it all together again. This is my Hoya de Monaco. Hoya de Monterey. Sorry about that. Monterey. Epicure #1, a real special cigar. Very popular these days, too. And you know why? Because, man, it's a great smoke. Vodka. And also, I'm carrying one of my Finn Coach wallets. The coin today, my special silver coin. I always carry a special silver coin in my pocket for luck. Took that after my grandfather. He did it every time with a U.S. silver dollar. He had pockets full of U.S. silver dollars and everything else. This one is a 2009 Chinese Lunar Year of the Ox coin. It's their flower silver coin. I like that collection. Actually, I have a bunch of Chinese Lunar Year coins. I can't put them in my pocket as part of my carry because they're all slabbed in this protective casing. But anyway, I love to carry a lucky coin. Man, I just think it's part of a tradition. I hope when my kids, I have 2 girls and a son, I hope my son carries on that tradition. I have 5 grandsons. I hope they carry on the tradition. I don't know. It's doesn't change the world, but I love the fact that it's just a connection to my grandfather. Just like collecting, he was a big gun guy. So is my father. My brothers, especially Ken, is a big gun guy. I'm a knife guy, but we all love collecting stuff. So let's talk about the knives today. I'm loving this blue. I don't know. It's funny. Usually the keychain knife is the last choice of knife that I make. It usually is the last one. In this case, it's my first choice. I wanted that blue Nishijin cricket. I really did. This is the first thing I picked out of my case, and that was the keychain knife, and everything went from there. I love this blue Nishijin sprint run. Most of the time when you see a Spyderco knife and it has a Nishijin blade, whether it's gray or blue or whatever, it's a sprint run, a limited edition. In this case, it's a limited edition. The Nishijin really means the pattern that you see. This pattern right here and the pattern that you see on the stretch is a pattern taken from a specific Chinese kimono. But the Nishijin handle scales are made out of glass fiber as thin as the human hair. They're weaved together into this Nishijin pattern. They put this polyglass or something over it so it's real smooth. You're not feeling the glass stitching. And it's a beautiful pattern. That's a better way of looking at it right there. What a beautiful pattern. It really is. For a keychain knife, a Nishijin cricket is just perfect. Obviously, most sprint runs, by the time you get to them, this is discontinued. Usually the sprint runs are 1,000 knives or less. Actually, this blue Nishijin stretch was 600 knives at limited edition. Man, you guys know the cricket. This has the regular edge on it, reverse S, has that belly, which I really love. VG10 steel, 1.9 inch blade. Man, has that nice forward. You guys know there are some parts of knives I just love, and I love the forward choil. I really do. Some guys love jimping. I love the forward choil because it really gives me a chance to handle that blade and have control over it. That is the Spyderco Nishijin cricket, the blue Nishijin. I also have a gray Nishijin cricket as well. I love the crickets and I love the gentleman. I think it's a gentlemanly scales when you get that Nishijin. It makes any knife almost seem like a gentleman's folder. Of course, I'm going to skip the middle one because, of course, once I got the blue Nishijin, and that's what this pocket dump deconstruction really is about, is to love the knives and play with them and also tell you how they ended up in my pocket. Man, once I picked up the blue cricket, I went straight for the stretch. Man, I went straight for this stretch. I haven't carried my Nishijin stretch in a very long time. I'm not even sure, but you guys know I'm getting older. My memory, maybe the last 3 pocket dump deconstructions. I don't know if I've ever shown you this. I probably have. I've carried it, obviously, before, but this is the stretch. I think the stretch, the Spyderco stretch, is a knife that people don't talk about that much. It's the perfect length. It really is. I just love it as a big knife. I do. It's not a choil right here. I don't know, but you can put your hand there and kind of choke up on it. I love the blade. In this case, it has the Nishijin handle, but it also has that Japanese Damascus blade as well, with the VG10 as the core and all these other steels stacked on each side of that VG10 steel. That pattern is a Japanese pattern where it's taken after what a drop of ink in a flowing river looks like, and that's this Nishijin blade. Man, oh man, I love it. On this stretch is a 3.5 inch blade. Nishijin handles, again, that glass fiber in the Nishijin pattern. It's just so nice. I like the stretch. Whether it's the Hap 40 stretch or the regular stretch, I think I have an older stretch. I just love the stretch knife. It's a perfect profile. It's a thinner knife. That wonderful back lock is so strong. It's unbelievable. Man, I just really adore the stretch. Has the steel liners. Man, ugh. I'm sorry, you guys. I even fall in love with some of these knives when I haven't carried them in a while. But man, oh man, I love it. Especially with that glassy feel of this these scales. Man, that is the Spyderco stretch. That's my big carry. Those are the two knives that I just went, got it. I've got to carry this. I've got to show it off with my friends. I love those two. And then I wanted a classy middle. And I'll tell you, I do have a knife that got away, and it's in the middle. Because after I got my two Nishijin blades, I needed a medium-sized knife. And I don't really have a medium-sized knife with Nishijin. So, of course, I go to my Chris Reeve. Needed a special knife, and this is it. It's one of my Chris Reeve small Sebenza-21s. This is the one that has the etched ladder Damascus scale on the show side with that shiny titanium. On the back side, it's just pure raw tie. From Chris Reeve, which I love on the lock side with the Chris Reeve integral lock and the clip. But on that show side, I love this etching. And it is a nice deep etching. And then, of course, it matches the blade. Yeah, that's Chris Reeve ladder. That is ladder Damascus on that wonderful blade, that wonderful Chris Reeve knife. Ah! That's right. This is my medium carry. I think it goes great with the Nishijin. This is the Chris Reeve small Sebenza-21 with that ladder Damascus on the scales and on the blade. 2.9 inches. Oh man, smooth as silk. All of them are. I have 3 of these. I have it's not a pair. I have the trilogy. The one that has the raindrop Damascus on both the scales and the blade, the basket weave Damascus on both, and the ladder Damascus. Oh man, what a wonderful carry. There it is. That's the carry. Yeah, the keychain knife, Nishijin, Spyderco Nishijin, Cricket. The large knife, oh, I've got the stretch. Man, what a great knife. If you're looking for a nice everyday EDC knife and you like them a little bit bigger, again, a 3.5 inch blade, I know that a lot of you probably haven't looked at the stretch. Go check out the stretch. You won't be able to find this one. There were only 600 of them made. That's according to Spyderco. Someone's going to give me a comment saying they heard there were more or less. I'm just what I researched. These two are discontinued, but man, I just bought the new Hap 40 stretch, which is wonderful. The burnt orange stretch. But any stretch, the stretch with FRN scales, just a perfect EDC knife if you like a big knife. If you want a knife that's not the Endura, go with the stretch. Man, that's a nice knife. And of course, my medium knife is the Chris Reeve small Sebenza-21. Yeah, we're doing ladder Damascus on that 2.9 inch blade, as well as on the show side, etched into the show side. I just think those are just beautiful, classy, simple. That's it. That's what I took a picture of. Yeah, posted it on Instagram. That's what I'm going to put up. You'll be able to see this just 20 minutes from now. I'm putting up on YouTube. You guys, I'm sorry that I always do it later in the afternoon. It's just that I'm running around and sleeping and getting my fun in before I actually get dressed up and go outside. Usually I'm in shorts or something, just lounging around. Too much information? Hey, you don't know what I look like in shorts. But now I'm getting ready to step out and enjoy myself, so I had to get my pockets full. Now, of course, that's the picture that you'll see on Instagram, but this ain't Instagram. And once I had my 2 blue Nishijin sprint runs all ready to go today, and I was looking at the center, I looked at my specials, and you know what? I love this full tie Brous blade Silent Soldier. Now let me tell you something. You guys know I love Brous blade knives, especially the older mid-tech knives. Jason Brous to me is just a fantastic maker. I just love his stuff. Fell in love with the Silent Soldiers. First the neck knives and then the folders. And of course the Silent Soldier usually has that nice curve that just fits your palm, and there's usually a hole in there that you can stick your finger out of. Well, actually I have a video, a special video that's on this channel. Go check it out. It's the Brous Blade Silent Soldier collection. I have a big collection of the Silent Soldiers. I'm in love with the Brous Blade Silent Soldiers. I bought the 3. This is the Silent Soldier without a hole in it. And I have 3 of these. The acid stone wash, the blacked out version, and this one, the full tie version. Man, I love it. Brous only made 100 of these for the whole world. I have all 3. I have 3 different kinds, so there's only 97 left of them. Very limited. And man, it's just beautiful. It's a wonderful knife. Man, oh man, oh man. Again, D2 steel, because that's how Jason Brous rolls. Look at that satin finish. Just really beautiful. It's a piece of work. I'm going to be playing with this when I get back in too. Once I get my Brous blades, I can't put them down. I love, and especially my Silent Soldiers. I have the ones with the hole in it. I adore the ones without. I really do. 2.5 inch blade, of course, D2 satin steel, and full tie for the handles. Has this wonderful I love the back with the big Brous blades. Inside it talks about that there's, I think this is number 8 of 100. He has a wonderful frame lock on the back that's just smooth as silk. Man, what a great knife. But I'm not carrying this one, but I'm going to play with it. I love this deep pocket clip as well. But I'm going with Chris Reeve and the fancy carry, but I'm going to play with this some more. Actually, I think I'm going to bring out the other 2, play with those too. Check out my Brous Blades Silent Soldier collection. If you're not familiar with Brous and the Silent Soldiers, the neck knives, but also all the folders. I have every variation of them because I'm such a huge fan of his. There you have it, folks. Those are the knives. This is the carry, and that's the knife that got away. My full tie Brous Blades Silent Soldier without a hole. Hello, hallelujah. Hey, you guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to thumb this up. Thanks for going crazy on the thumbs up. It just gives me jazz. First, it makes me feel good. And I know that's so selfish, but it's a motivator for me to keep doing this. That's what I get paid with, is all those thumbs up that you guys give me. It just makes me feel good. That's enough for us to keep our conversation going day after day after day. Like I said, a lot of times it's the best time of the day. Don't forget to thumb it up. Don't forget also to leave comments. I read those as soon as you send my comments. I read them. I love them. I really do. Also, don't forget to come and be a part of this thing. Subscribe. Vast majority of you watch these. A lot of you watch all of them and follow, and thank you for doing that. I'm glad that you're having fun with the knife play. But hit that subscribe button, because once we hit 1,000, we're doing the Spyderco Palooza. See, I got it right that time. The Spyderco Palooza with all these knives. And by the way, just to let you in, man, I just bought 2 knives. I wasn't going to buy knives this 2 weeks until new Spydercos come out. Well, I found 2 new ones. Not those that have been promoted so heavily, but man, one of them just blew my mind. I can't wait to share it with you. We should get that. I hope I get that in on Tuesday. You guys will be the first to see it. And then I did go to complete my S110 V Steel Blurple collection. So we'll talk about that military when that comes in later next week. The other one, guess what it is? Write it down. Oh, it's going to surprise you, because it surprised me. I didn't know it existed. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, perfect day. No matter when you watch this, have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Trust me, it's fun. Keep your pockets full. Goodbye.